everyone, I am Bunga Istiqomah and I invite you to talk about words. We use them all day, we use words all day, but have you ever stopped to think how weird they actually are? We are taught that words are the basic building blocks of a language. And you know what? That's totally true. Just think about babies. When a baby starts talking, the parent doesn't say, "Wow, the little chummy, my son just made a sentence." No, instead of that, they say, "He said his first word." So right from the start, we see word as a fundamental unit. And words don't even need full sentence to work. Think about it. Someone shouts fire. A director yells action. You tell your friend, wait. These are all single words that pack a huge meaning depending on the situation. Now, because words are so important, we love to classify them. The most famous classification is the dictionary. It lists words by spelling, give us the meaning, the grammatical class, and also the pronunciation. But there's also thesaurus. If the dictionary is about definition, the thesaurus is about connection. It groups synonym, words that are similar, and also antonym, words that are opposite or right. Let's look at another tricky idea. Check out this sentence. I really, really like pizza. How many words are there? If we count the space, we get six. We get five. But the word really is repeated. So do we have five different words? This introduces a super important concept about word token versus word types. A token is every single time a word appears. So in the sentence, really count as two tokens. So for the sentence, I really, really like pizza, we have five tokens. And a type is a unique word itself. So both really are just one type. So the sentence I really, really like pizza, we have five types on there. So to recap, words are building blocks that are basic units of a language. Word as a type and token is just a fancy way to counting them. Now, here's a big question. Can you guess the meaning of a word you have never seen before? Turns out sometimes the answer is yes. Because, first, there are onomatopoeic words. These are the words that sound like what they mean, like meow for a cat or bark for a dog. It's easy, right? But we can also guess new words from their parts. Take the word helpful. You instantly know it means full of help because you already know about help and you already know about full. Now, for a harder one, what does score mean? It's not so easy, right? But try to put it into a sentence. Like, he looked at the rude customer with a look of scorn. Suddenly, the word scorn is become clear. The word scorn means a feeling of contempt or disgust. In this arena, context is the king, guys. But what about things that aren't words but still have a single unpredictable meaning? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of idiom and proverbs. An idiom is a phrase where the meaning is totally different from the individual word. If I say, spill the tea, I'm not asking you to make a mess. I'm asking you for the gossip. And for a proverb is a whole sentence with a wise metaphorical meaning, like don't judge book by its cover. It isn't about reading. It's a life lesson about not judging people by their appearance. This expression must be memorized because you cannot guess their meaning from their parts. This brings us to a crucial distinction: word versus lexical item. A word is a basic unit for building sentence. And a lexical item is anything with a special and predictable meaning that needs to be memorized. It can be a single word, an idiom, or maybe a proverb. So every word can be a lexical item, but not all lexical items are single words. Now let's go deeper. Did you know that many words are not just one piece? They are made by smaller building blocks called by morphemes. Take the word helpfulness. It's not one unit, it's three. There's help, full, and awesomeness. Morpheme are the smallest unit in morphology and they come with two flavors. First flavor is free morpheme. Free morpheme is a morpheme that can stand alone as a word, like help, dark, and also read. Then in the other hands, there's a bound morpheme. Bound morpheme is a morpheme that must be attached to something like ness in darkness or un in unhappy. Then we can get even more specific about morphemes. First, let's talking about roots. Roots is the core part that carrying the main meaning. For example, book and bouquets. And the second one is affixes. Affixes are the morphemes that attach to the root. They come in two types. There's prefix, which is affix that shows before the root, like un, re, and also pre. And also there's suffix, which is affixes that show after the roots, like able, ness, and also less. Here's where it gets really cool. A single morpheme can have different sound or shapes. These different forms are called by allomorph. The best example is English plural s. It sounds different in different words, but it means the same things. More than one. In cats, it's a hissing sound. In dogs, it's a buzzing sound. In horses, it's a whole new syllable is. And it's not just plural. Let's take a look at the past tense ed. Walk with a T sound, played with a D sound, wanted with an E sound. Same meaning, different disguise. Let's talk about inflection. This is when we change a word's form to show it jobs in a sentence without changing its core meaning. Think of the word run. We have run, runs, running, and run. They are related to the same action of running, right? The core idea is called by a lexeme. So run is a lexeme. Now let's see how the main word type inflect. First, nouns. Noun love to show number and possession. What's number mean? Is it singular or plural? In plural, we usually add us in the word in the end of the words. For example, a cat versus two cats. Move to the possession. Possession means who does it belongs to. We add apostrophe us to show possession. For example, the dog versus the dog's ball. It shows that the ball belongs to the dog. Now, let's talking about verbs. Verbs are all about tenses and person. And there are two gangs in verb, the irregular one and regular one. The regular verbs are the rule followers. They just add ed for the past. For example, play, played, walk. But in the different way, irregular verbs are the rebels. They change in crazy way. For example, go became went, sing became sang, think became tap. This is how we tell a story and the past, present, or future. We are not done yet. Inflection pops up in other places too, especially in smaller words. Let's start with pronouns and determiners. These are mostly closed classes, meaning we don't really invent new ones. Pronouns are words we use instead of names. For example, I, you, they, we, she, he, it. They inflect to showcase like are they the subject or the owner. For example, I saw the cat versus the cat saw me. He has a ball versus the ball is his. Next, determiners. Determiner are little words that introduce noun. Some of determiner are this, that, these, and those. They inflect for numbers. For example, this cat became these cats. The dog became those dogs. And finally, adjectives. Their main inflection is for comparison. First, we have positive, the basic forms. Let's take an example for the word fast. Move to the comparative. It's for comparing two things. And here, fast became faster. The last one is superlative. It's for the most or the est of something. In this case, fast became fastest. Oh, and remember verbs? They actually have five main forms. Now remember one verb, play. In basic form, it's still play. Third person, it became plays. Past, it became played. Past participle, it became played. Remember to use have. So it will be I have played. And last, with progressive, it becomes playing. Language is just a tool, as a living, breathing system full of pattern and surprises. We have been on a full tour from words as building blocks to types and token to predictable and unpredictable meaning, all the way down to morpheme and allomorph, and finally how words change shape through inflection. It's a lot, but it shows how amazing our brains are for learning all this without even thinking about it. So, guys, thanks for taking this deep dive with me. Stay curious and peace out. Bye bye.